And so, having dwelt on the significance of a day, let me spend a few minutes on what this concept called analytics has to offer, or what it means. If you look at the dictionary meaning of the word analytics, it simply says the science of analysis. That seems to be rather simple. If you, that was the dictionary meaning. If you go to Wikipedia, they'll give you some more meanings. One of them says it is the application of analysis to come out with optimal solutions. So, again, there are two words: optimal solutions for decision making, or with regard to certain outcomes. So that's one progression upon the over the dictionary meaning. In days of yore, you had scientists, you had mathematicians, you had statisticians who had the constraints of working with data, and they didn't have too much data to work with. So they could offer solutions, but maybe the solutions were not as predictive or as accurate as what it could have been. With the advent of computer technology, we are in a position to churn out large amounts of data and get far more meaning out of data than we could ever before. So we can churn out data to find out more properties, more attributes of situations, of whatever any industry or business would want. So the next level in the definition of analytics has been, with the advent of computer technology, use of computer technology by statisticians and mathematicians to offer solutions to problems. And in the business context, we say offer solutions to business and industry and commerce. So this is how analytics as a field or as a discipline has evolved over years. Today it is said to be a blend, an amalgam of statistics, of mathematics, of computer technology, and in the context of business management. So the field of analytics straddles four disciplines, the four disciplines of statistics, mathematics, computer technology, and business. And that is saying something for the field. When you look at analytics as a subject or as a discipline, often people are in awe of the subject. One reason could be the mere fact that it straddles across four disciplines makes people feel it's too difficult, or is something much more that they can chew. The other reason could be that, many of us are faint-hearted with numbers, and they believe that analytics is a lot of number crunching. So rather than faint with numbers, at least a lot of people are faint-hearted, and so they hold analytics in awe. But the fact that it straddles across four disciplines means there is a space for different types of people in this field called analytics. Be it the statisticians, be it the mathematicians, be it the computer technologists, or be it the business management people. And if you are, or if you have an exposure to all these four fields, you have a cutting edge. You have a cutting edge in today's competitive environment or arena. Now, coming to MBA education as such, the discipline of an MBA education is rather recent. It's not more than 40 to 50 years old. And over time, it has evolved. In the beginning, in the 50s and 60s, one of the criticisms of MBA education was that it did not have much of knowledge. There were not so many knowledge subjects. It was very perfunctory and rather vague. And came the 60s and 70s, where a lot of knowledge-oriented subjects were added to the curricula. And that made MBA education have a bias towards knowledge. Came the 80s and pundits argued that there is a lot of knowledge involved in MBA education, but no skills. And that's when business schools the world over started concentrating on skills, imparting skills like negotiation, decision making, communication, and so on and so forth. So that's how it has evolved. But today, in today's competitive world, I think you require knowledge certainly, skill certainly, and a lot of attitude and attributes that come with it. And over time, MBA education has employed what is known as the three-pronged approach of knowledge, skills, and attitude towards developing individuals. We at NMIMS lay a lot of stress on differentiating our curricula, on getting a competitive edge for our students. So when we decided to set up the Bangalore campus, we said, how do we differentiate our students from the rest? A lot of subjects which are being taught in the MBA are in any case common. And we took advantage of our location in Bangalore, which is, I would say, the hotbed or hotspot for analytics. And we said, MBAs in any case have to be analytically oriented. But can we arm themselves with certain tools, techniques, certain knowledge by which they can get a competitive edge in the market? They can compete in the world of analytics to make a difference to companies. Because we found that in the field of analytics, a lot of people who are employed or who are working, a lot of them were statistics people, statisticians, a lot of them were economists, a lot of them were mathematicians. But there were very few with an overarching exposure to business as well as the stats and maths. And that's when we decided to design our curriculum with a focus on business analytics. And all our programs, be it the full-time programs, the 2-year or the 1-year or the weekend programs, all our programs are having analytics as a major subject and as a major course. So over the last 2 years, we have decided that we will have business analytics as a major component of our curriculum. And we take credit in the fact that the first batch which is passed out this year, about 15% of the class is in the field of analytics, which makes us feel happy and satisfied that one of our major objectives has been fulfilled. So this day, but this is just the beginning. We are evolving. We are evolving as an institute. We are evolving the process of curriculum design. So we said, how do we make the world at large understand the full significance of analytics? See, one of our avowed objectives is also pedagogic innovations. We pride ourselves in the fact that we are constantly at pedagogic innovations. And when I say pedagogic innovations, there cannot be better pedagogic innovations than making a subject or making a discipline simple to understand. So our pedagogic innovations are aimed at making subjects or curricula simple to understand. So we employ different types of teaching for that. And what you will see today is also an attempt, and that's why we have said an attempt at demystifying analytics. How can we demystify analytics through simple means, whether it is through a skit, whether it is through a debate, or whether any other means. So my colleague, Professor Tapti Bandyopadhyay, who has directed this effort along with her team, has cobbled up a number of different ways of exposing or a number of different ways of understanding analytics. Some of that you will see in the storyboards on the sides. Some of that you will see through the skits. Some of that you will see through a debate. Some of that you will see through some decision dilemmas that will be solved during the course of the day. So there is a lot more in store for you. We have not earmarked this day as a day of speeches. We have earmarked this day as a day of action. And hopefully, during the next 5 to 6 hours, you will see a lot of action which will help us to demystify analytics. At the end of the day, if we have learned a little bit more about analytics, I think the purpose would have been served. At the end of the day, if we have learned something more, the purpose would have been served. At the end of the day, if you have enjoyed your presence here, our purpose would have been served. And at the end of the day, if the whole atmosphere has been de-stressing from the usual humdrum of office life, I think the purpose would have been served. I welcome you all again to this gathering today for the day's events, and I hope you have a nice day and an enjoyable time. Thank you.
Now request Kaustav to introduce the eminent jury members for the debate, please.
Good afternoon, audience, and good afternoon, Narasimhanji. First of all, I would like to introduce Mr. Avinash Misra, who has 2 decades of varied and cross-functional experience with multinational across various industry verticals, of which 10 years has been at the senior management level. In the past, he has worked as Vice President, International Division at Flex Industries, and also at President at Chrysler Group. He is an MBA from Jananlal Bajaj Institute of Management and Studies, and presently he is working as CEO and Director of Techsport Syndicate India Limited. Welcome, sir. Secondly, I would like to introduce Mr. Dhananjay Parkhe. Mr. Dhananjay Parkhe is a professional with over 36 years in banking, chemicals, fertilizers and express distribution as Director and Profit Center Head. He is a strong organizer, motivator and a team player. Mr. Dhananjay has worked as Director Corporate Responsibility at Security and Public Affairs at TNT India Private Limited, and also is an alumni of Certified Independent Directors at Bombay Chartered Accountants Society. He has got his executive coaching program from Indian School of Business and also Independent Director Study course from SP Jain Institute of Management and Research. Presently, he is Director Corporate Responsibility and Public Affairs at TNT India Private Limited, also member of the core group Road Safety Committee at Confederation of Indian Industry. Also, he is a prestige alumni at Indian School of Business. Welcome, sir. Thirdly, I would like to introduce Mr. Praveen Ramchandran. His specialities are branding and communications consultant. In the past, he is director and head of Beijing office at Millward Brown, also project director at IMRB International. He has got his education from University of Kerala with BSc in Mathematics and MBA from Bharati Desan University. Presently, he is MD at South India at Millward Brown. Welcome, sir. Finally, I would like to introduce Mr. Suresh Menon, who has got 25 years of experience in HR in Voltas, Pale Biscuits and Osram. He is a science graduate with an LLB degree and also a postgraduate in personal management. Welcome, sir. Now I would like to introduce, welcome Ms. Tapti.
For the lesser mortals like us, of course, we need numbers and analytics to help us out with the decisions. So here the debate is on the issue of how analytics can make a difference, or does analytics matter for all the industries, for all the sectors, for any kind of decision contexts, and how it is useful for the business users. So we'll get to know first 2 views. It's the first hour is the structured one, where there will be 6 speakers, and 5 minutes each will be talking either in favor or against the notion. And then we will open the house to the audience. We will expect you to share your experiences with analytics in terms of if someone thinks that, analytics has really doomed their career, or someone thinks that analytics has really lifted it up. So whichever way it has worked for you or against you, share your experiences and give us your views on analytics. This is how it's going to happen. So we have Alka, Manish and Vijay talking against the notion that according to them analytics doesn't really matter. And Sindhu, Subhashish and Sandeep, they are going to refute the claim of this particular team. They will say that yes, analytics is the be all and end all of this world. So let's get started with Alka.